All right, hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? It is Saturday night. We are back at it, and I can tell from the chat already it's going to be a heck of a night. Tons of people in the chat already. So this is awesome. Welcome anyone who's a first timer. Should be a good night as usual. We're back at it, working on. Let's get this in frame over here. My high grade Gustav Karl. And giving away some good stuff. We've got 3 prizes up for the giveaway tonight. If you saw our social, one of them is the HG RX78 Uniqlo version, or Uniqlo colors. We also have a HG Maganek and HG Death Army up, and that Death Army actually was one that I thought I gave away about a month ago, but the winner never contacted me, so I guess we will throw it back in the pool. And yeah, as usual, if you like this stream, think this is enjoyable, hit that like button. I appreciate it. I won't ask that again. And also, just so you know, we do have that live 10 code active right now during the stream. So if you head up over to mechawarehouse.com and you happen to buy anything, use that code. You'll save yourself a bit. And that's always good. We got some cool restocks in this week. And a few, at least last time I checked, were still in stock. Barely. I'm not sure. We might be out of the RG wings already. And I know we had a few HG heavy arms a few hours ago when I was scheduling that email up. So there might be some good stuff there. MG Freedom 2.0. We got plenty of those, I think. A lot of good stuff. So anyway, as usual, I want to hit up the chat real quick, say hello to everybody, and then I'll get back into building this. And since I did see it in the chat already, obviously Hathaway's Flash just came out. If you've already seen it, please try to avoid spoilers in the chat, because one, I haven't seen it yet, and I don't want to spoil it for me, but I'm sure anybody else who hasn't seen it yet probably is in the same boat, and it's fresh. Alright, anyway. What's up, everybody? What's up, Big Manto Hru? I don't know if I can pronounce that. What's up, Ray Guns, Michael Bussert, Oscar Jimenez, Patrick Eason, Richard Pina, Daniel Patton. I'm actually glad I put my order in late for the weekend. I've got adulting to do. It would be tough to focus up if a new kid arrived, so here I am on YouTube instead. There you go. Let's see. Going on. What's up, James Clark? Thank you, Mr. Blank, for the sub. Let's see. Rizik Breaker, Chad Creamer, Dylan Dull. What's up, everyone? The F1. Pockets. I'm going to avoid delving too much into some of this chat because it's going to take me forever to get caught up here. Steve Hummel, 96786, Victor. No donating like 6 kits in the middle of the stream this time, please. That was crazy last week. What's up, Metalhead87, Jake Lynn, Corey Johnson, hey Nick, and everyone I would watch the anime first, but man, Hathaway's beautiful. I need to decide if I'm going to try jumping on a Netflix sub trial and then dropping it. Thank you, Mark S, for the sub. Thank you, Joy KH, for the sub. What's up, Buster, G Ming, sup Kyle, sup Kyle, Ori, Tyler Drummond, or George Lakeo. Just watched it today. The fight scenes were great. Greg Treloar, Commander Wolf Hadley, Dennis D, Robert Monegro, Gam, Andrew Osborne. I think there are 2 people from last time that have not claimed their prizes yet either. So if you were one of those people, make sure you get on that. BBR2, what's up, everyone? It's been a while. Welcome back. Steve Hummel, no spoilers for Hathaway's Flash, please. Not everyone has seen it. I did, though. Good film. I'll wait for part 2, exactly. Where? Oh, man. Losing the chat already. Too much scrolling. Michael Foster, Snoodmaster K, Erfig, Chad Creamer, Mark S, Scott, XS Gunpla, Raptor, Matthew Foos, the Puppet Armory, Shades, Wyatt, Searchlight, welcome to the Master Sand himself, Chase Tuttle, Andrew Osborne, Leaf L, Corey Johnson. Hey Nick, is MG Zeta 2 on the restock list? Not the current list, and I don't think it was on the next batch. And I want to say it wasn't on the order form I just received for end of the year. So we probably won't see Zeta 2.0 again until 2022. I could be wrong though, because I'm just going based on memory. So the Gunpla creator, Stephen Lee, David Hovick. I want to stop reading all these messages when I come on. Sean Donovan. Let's see, Oscar Jimenez, Zodiac Gunpla. So 5 spontaneous donations is max. Yes, we'll leave it to 5. I think what it really is, if you want to donate stuff, we have to put them on a future stream just so I can potentially spread them out a little bit. So if anyone donates anything tonight spontaneously during the stream, I probably would just save it for next time. That prize pack from Feral 404 was nuts. Thanks for sharing that unboxing. And no problem, that was fun to shoot. I came in, I was like, wait, what's this? And then I remembered, oh, we got the stuff coming. We should film it. So there'd be some cool limited edition HG kits and an RG too for prizes for the coming few streams probably. Yeah, PGU got me this weekend, so I can't donate y'all. You're one of the lucky few who grabbed one of those. Let's see. Crazy Rabbit, what's up? Carlos Moreno, Lidgard, got my stuff this week. I'm so excited to build my HG Gundam, sweet. You can be able to sell resin upgrades for Sosby MG. I need to figure out where to get all that stuff. I think I'm gonna be looking more into like resin dress-up kits and stuff because kits themselves have been so hard to get a hold of that would be a good place to start kind of expanding into over the next few months. Well, I'm probably going to be limited on what I can get in for actual Gunpla. So that would definitely be a thing. So we'll be doing that first drawing for that first giveaway in a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm going to get to work on finishing this right arm. But how's everyone doing? What's everybody up to? Who's building out there? What are you building? Actually, hope I win so I can give the neighborhood kids a new hobby. There you go. Me either. So if you want to hit it in the AM to get out of the way, I'm okay with it. So Werebear. Can't wait for the AB Blade Liger to come in. Yeah, same here. All the Zoid stuff I've been asked about so many times. So when we finally saw an opportunity to start getting them in. So yeah, Gunpla work on the G-Verse Penelope set. How many people bought that, and how many people wanted to buy that after they saw the movie? If you saw the movie, HG heavier up the Cheetos dust. Some serious orange weathering there. Working on a mouse YouTube video about fighting the urge to expand my backlog. Picked up the frame arms, girl base art, cool. Did my first 30 missions last night. I actually enjoyed building them. 30-minute missions is cool. I got my my 30-minute missions I painted, or I'm in the middle of painting, up on my shelf over here. I got most of it painted. I got one more batch of parts to do, which I'll probably be doing maybe Monday with the day off. So I'm looking forward to. Got the set for the movie. Built the HG gun can earlier today. Nice. Metal upgrade parts to RE100 Zaku 2, RG Tall Geese, very clean build. I think I've heard that those real grade Tall Geeses are pretty nice. Positron rifle for the Ava 00. Nice, Sean. So it's E, and I need B1. every time I come back, I gotta look and figure out what runners or which runners again. Speaking of 30-minute missions, who's got the that new Sengoku, the Spinaccio? It looks pretty cool, I have to admit. Also, the Messer type FO1, I have to finish priming. It's the one from Hathaway. I want a Messer bad. Movie was a definite reason, and then I got lucky ending that's with the Penelope versus G. Effects it nice. Once you ship it, I will. There you go. Rearrange my space here. I got too much stuff. How do you not miss gate removal and upclinic while simultaneously reading live chats? I nearly find one or two on kits I'm zoned in on while building. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know. I guess I've figured it out somehow. I feel like when I go to paint a kit, though, I always end up taking another extra look over it before I commit to the painting of it. It's definitely hard, especially with these more active chats. The last couple of live streams, we've had well over 100 pretty consistently the past 2 weeks, and I would not be surprised if we hit that tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't either, given that it's the holiday weekend. People might be doing stuff, but we've had some big streams lately. Got back in building after almost 20 years of not building. Being in Japan back then was a plus to get these then. That's definitely makes life easier. Be having any more Gustav Karl ray guns? I don't think I have any on order. I don't think there's any coming out in the immediate future. I want to say they're not on the current order form, but I'm still working through that stuff for the basically fall, was it October, November, December reprints. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. I'm going to start my first PG tonight, Double Riser Nice Kyle. Good luck. Spinaccio, Sengoku type, HG Sengoku Astra, MG Shinbushu Gundam, and Framearm Shingen. You have a lot of cool samurai kits in stock. There are a lot. That frame arms looks really cool. I didn't even realize that's what it was. I wasn't looking at them when I ordered it. I just saw frame arms. I was like, oh, sure, should get more frame arm stuff. And then when I saw the box, I was very much looking at it very seriously. I need help. Which are the cheapest kits so I can gift for new Gunpla builders? I don't know if anybody has any recommendations. There are definitely some high grades that are really good. I don't know which ones are presently available. The HG Arc 78 Revive is inexpensive and a quality kit. Good one for beginners. What else is a good? High grade Leo is another really good beginner kit. A lot of rain here in CT. Heard it was pretty wet up your way in New Hampshire too. It definitely was raining all morning. I was hoping to mow the lawn this afternoon just to get it over with for the weekend, but a little too wet for that. Not that I had all that much time to do anything anyway today. Do you have a paint scheme for this big boy yet, or are you going to leave him stock? Definitely going to paint it Werebear. Oh crap, I'm getting way behind on the chat. Definitely painting it. Probably something like green, brown, tan. Something in that palette. I have to figure out what the exact colors would be, but something along those lines. like starting to fall behind in the chat here. I think I'm missing some, maybe. Johnny Bomb. Hey Nick, is it difficult to get an older PG kits in your warehouse at the moment? It's hard to get any PGs. New ones, old ones. They just have not printed a lot of them lately, and supply issues are very much a thing. I think this increasing demand for Gunpla will make Bandai consider start manufacturing in the US. I'm not sure if they'll do it here, but I really hope they make another factory. I hope they set up another factory or something, because they can't keep up at all. Shut down from Bright slap that like homies. Well, they started P-Band in the US at least. That was good. How large of an order do I need to make before I can get free shipping? We don't do free shipping, John, but we max out at $13. So if your order, at least for continental US, so if you're in the continental US and you made a purchase that the shipping hit $13, you can add anything you want at that point and not increase your shipping. SD kits are easy for newbies. SD kits are good for newbies. That's a good thing. I completely forgot about that. Especially for kids. Entry grade Granddaddy is great. Low key prefer to HG Revive because it has no stickers. That's a nice kit from what I hear. Camo pattern, no. Wear Bear, probably just the solid colors. I feel like camo on Gunpla doesn't necessarily work super well. It kind of breaks up the lines. But is this supply shortage a temporary issue only? Hard to make that call. It kind of is, but like they're predicting it might be a year or more before they're kind of caught up. And that's probably, they're probably being very careful about just willy-nilly adding production capacity. It's kind of like, if you think about restaurants, if you're smart and you own a restaurant, and you start selling out and booking the whole place full every single night, adding another location or a whatchamacallit, more dining space isn't necessarily the right move because it increases your costs and you might not fill that space up. So on one hand, they're probably very happy to be overbooked. It's a nice problem to have, but they very well might decide to increase supply because they need to, I think. Are you charging sales tax for CA? Hell no. We're based in New Hampshire. There is no sales tax in New Hampshire. And so as far as I'm concerned, you are doing business in New Hampshire. And I think, at least as far as New Hampshire state law works, that I think is kosher. So we don't charge sales tax for anyone anywhere. Actually do own a restaurant. So Jake, you probably know that whole dilemma, or at least have thought about it or heard about it. But it's hard to determine if a surge is temporary fad or if it's a steady growth of business. It definitely is, Jake, and that's what, if they don't increase factory capacity, it's going to be because they're worried about that, and I wouldn't blame them for being conservative about that. If I were in their shoes, I would ride that wave a little bit before I just decided to dramatically increase capacity. D24 and 25. Would you rather build the PG Unicorn or MGEX? I think personally the Unicorn because it's bigger and it feels like it's a better value, but I don't know that I'm ever going to build another Unicorn. The business model's different. Absolutely true, Jake. Different markets, different industries, everything, tons of factors. It's easy to Monday morning quarterback the decisions that Bandai makes, but we're not in their shoes and don't have to think about the investment that would go into doing stuff like increasing supply through making another factory. But they don't have to pay for sales taxes while I shot Mecha Warehouse. It's an automatic discount for anybody used to paying sales tax anyway. I paid sales tax in New Hampshire when I lived in Maine. Same thing with DE living in New Jersey. There you go. You can get free shipping by buying something big and using the Live 10 discount code. Do you guys know what the shipping would be like to get stuff in Canada? I don't. We don't ship to Canada. The couple times I've tried for like giveaways and stuff, it has not worked out well. They end up slapping on fees after it was shipped. Like you had to pay a fee on the receiving end in order to actually receive it, and they were not small amounts. So it's generally not worth it. There are some Canadian retailers that you're probably better off spending your money with if you're in Canada. So funny, when I started there were lots of kits available, but when people being stuck at home where kits got purchased and now there's a big vacuum of kits people want and no way to keep up with demand. It's super crazy weeks. But the HGAC heavy arms earlier, chest decals are annoying but do the job. I'll get the Death Scythe hopefully soon, an HG Shenlong or an HG Ares, Tauros, Virgo, Trigos, Cancer, Pisces, etc. I hope they do all the grunts for that. Pay 10.9% tax in Washington. Ouch. I try to avoid buying things I don't need when I'm traveling and I'm in other states. Unless it's like very specific to that location. Because that sales tax adds up. I used to live in Massachusetts, so I know how sales tax works there too. Everyone has your night going. What's up, Cody? What's up, Shammy 64 Wilson? Oh, I think I missed like 5 minutes ago. Thanks for the sub, J plus K. A lot going on in the chat tonight. Hate to mention another shop, but if you're in Canada, shop. I'll let you guys read it. I've ordered once, took a bit to get to PA, but customer service was good. Yeah, there's definitely a few decent options up there, I think. I obviously don't really have any ties to any of them, but there are Canadian shops, and then you don't have to worry about border stuff and international shipping. I cut out the wrong piece, I think. Good evening, Nick. How are you liking the Gustav? So far, so good, Eduardo. So far, so good. Limited multi-purpose tool handle was 2 or 3 millimeter socket size. I don't know off the top of my head. They're like adjustable, they clamp down, so I don't know how wide it opens. If it doesn't say on the website, I'm not sure I would know either without like going to the shop and looking to see if the packaging says anything. I feel like watching elf scenes of Lord of the Rings with background. I guess I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings. Definitely a bunch of interesting vibes with some of the music on this Pretzel.rocks station. What's up, Michael Rogers? What's going on? So sonic bath, pre-painting or no? I don't have a sonic cleaner. I just throw them in a small tub with some water and a drop of soap and wash them that way. Mostly just to get the all the sanding, like dust and stuff off. Pass you some music I made sometime. Sure, Barry. I love that. Do an ETA when the display markers are going to show up? I think sometime this month. Probably towards the middle or end of the month, but it's hard to say for sure. Some of the international shipping is very unpredictable. What's up, Spud Killer? How's it going? Probably going to finish this arm, maybe start cutting pieces for the next step, and then I will probably set up our first draw for prizes of the evening. Good. So Blue Angels performed near my work today. That's cool. I think we saw them at an air show a couple years ago. Must be more like. Well, yeah, I think maybe Kate was pregnant at the time. I don't. Yeah, I think so. It's probably 2 years and change. A few summers ago. SD cross silhouette frame disconnected. It's hard to find. You mean out of print? They'll I'm sure they'll come around again, but I haven't seen them in order forms for a while. It's been a while. Nick, are you looking forward to the upcoming RG High New Gundam? I am. I think that's going to be a cool kit. We finally got our allocations for that this past week. So we will be hopefully opening up our pre-orders for that sometime this coming week. Evening, Nick. Hopeful for some HG Windows to be restocked. Any chance of getting in Lego or Basque in stock? I don't think so. I haven't seen those either. Discontinued. I know that they'll reprint them at some point, Andre, but I don't know when. There have been supply issues. They've been not printing a lot of things that they've been thinking about printing, and a lot of stuff that's just hard to get. Wish I bought the GM Sniper K9 unit from Build Fighters. I don't think they'll ever be reprinting. I'm sure they will be. A lot of it, at least if supply issues ever catch up. Right now, it's all just them making decisions about what to reprint when. All right. Gustav Karl has a right hand. Pretty good arm articulation for an HG, especially one as chunky as this one is. What is it? High New coming out sometime in the next like 3 months. I forget which month it is. August maybe. Everyone, hope you're all having a great weekend. What's up, Guillermo? Speculation of the metal structure new getting a reissue. You can automatically sign me up and charge for that if you ever get a suspicion of it happening. I haven't seen MG Psychozaku or Full Armor. No, a lot of things I just haven't seen. I have a bunch of orders for stuff that they're giving me the runaround of whether they're even going to print these orders that I have in already. So it ends when Nick says it ends. On the same time as the Eclipse, I'm guessing. Probably. right, why don't we get the first round of giveaway drawings going? So we've got 3 prizes tonight. I think I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. We've got a HG RX-78 Uniqlo colors, or Uniqlo version, something like that. A limited edition kit, as well as an HG Maganac and HG Death Army. So we've got, looks like 115 in the chat right now. Let's, man, our first prize went so fast last time, I want to say, or at least, I'm going to come up with my formula here for prize drawings. So let's make it a really large number range for this first one, especially with that limited edition kit in there. I don't want to give that away too soon, or at least make it challenging. So let's throw a number between 1 and 1500. So put a number in the chat between 1 and 1500. Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number, even if somebody else puts the same number in. And I will only ship prizes to US addresses. So if you're outside the US, you're still more than welcome to enter, but if you win, you're going to want to find a friend that we can ship it to, or proxy service or something to that effect. And to answer the question about opening another state, I don't think we ever will. We'll probably stay one location indefinitely. Something can always change, but I have no plans anytime soon to be opening an additional location. Honestly, it's hard enough running one location. I can't imagine trying to run something that's not a place I can just go to every day. Someday, maybe. You should just type the giveaway rules in where you have to continue in the HG. I probably should, Jake. That would be smart. I also need the thing to pop it up on the screen, but I feel like I'd have to say it anyway because a lot of people probably don't read the description. I know from doing other things, like we do the Discord challenge coins or any of those special kind of things, anything that requires people to follow a specific set of rules is always like 3 people that don't follow the rules anyway or don't read them. So I want to not have anyone have an excuse that they didn't know how things were going to work. Stay in New Hampshire. It'll give you a reason to visit the state one day soon. There you go. Make MW a franchise like McDonald's, sell franchise licenses. I don't know. I can't imagine trying to run that. It's hard enough to maintain my standards when I'm able to run everything. So trying to get somebody else to maintain those standards remotely, like, I don't think so. That would be really far off before I'll be ready to do that. We'll do this, I'll draw numbers in a moment here. Looks like the numbers coming in have slowed down a bunch. What's up, Henry Sandoval? If you just change your name to Gunpla Warehouse and wear sunglasses all the time. What made you decide to start this business, Nick? I wanted to get out of the consulting business I had. I wanted to do something simple, and kind of by way of trying some other stuff, ended up deciding I was more into Gunpla than anything else. We've actually got a clip up on Instagram and probably a few other social, if you go back, that was cut from something on that subject, so you should check that out if you want to hear the whole story. All right, I'm gonna call time here. The idea of running a gun hobby shop is amazing. The work that undoubtedly goes into keeping it working is daunting. There's definitely a lot of work. For it being a what I think is a simple type of business, just being a retail business and not, you know, some high-tech startup or something, it is very challenging. Okay, so we're going to draw 3 numbers. I got this front and center now, the random number generator. So first number drawn for the HG Death Army, 557. Next number for the HG Maganac, 1287. And then for the HG RX-78 Uniqlo, 1109. Nick started Mecha Warehouse, died his backlog from his wife. Shh. Now she helps me get my backlog. It's all good. Because we want to buy the Gundams, but I can't justify the HG prices. Just thought I'd drop by and say hi. What's up, Lance? How are you doing? Nick is smart. He has a stream so he can build and support the business at the same time. I do it because otherwise I wouldn't be able to build. Oh, do we have a 1287? Ji Ming? Wow. All right, Ji Ming, congrats. I think you know the deal. Send me a DM or email with your info, nick@mechawarehouse.com, or I think you know where to DM me. And we'll get that prize out to you. We still got 2 more, so we'll be drawing for those 2 other prizes a little bit later, and hopefully be giving them away. Artie, is Mrs. Mecha baking anything fun for America's birthday? I do not think so, unless she started something right now. We've our plans for tomorrow, actually, we're hoping we'll be able to grill. My parents are coming up. I know it's supposed to be a little bit rainy, and I'd like to get the fire pit out, maybe do s'mores and stuff, which would be nice, but we'll have to see how the weather plays out. Just finished 8th MS team. Thunderbolt wore the pocket over the last few days, and the Gundam series is amazing. You got it, Carlos. Those are all some good stuff. I need to see Thunderbolt still, though. How do I get in these giveaways, by the way? So, Henry, periodically throughout the stream, I will ask people to put a number in the chat within a certain range, and then I will draw a number. So, in 20 minutes, give or take, somewhere in that range, I will put the next number range up in the chat, and then everyone will post their numbers, and then I'll draw numbers. We still have that HG RX-78 Uniqlo up, as well as the HG Death Army, so it'll be still got some good prizes. Kits you build live, are they for your personal collection or are they for display at your storefront? So we don't have a physical storefront. I actually only got a display case set up, was it late last week? Early this week? I forget what day I did it. I think it was Monday. for our like little studio area, but they're kind of for my personal collection. I mean, I build them. I consider it as a marketing activity for tax reasons. But a lot of them I have just displayed here. But I'll probably be bringing at least a few to reside in that display case for a little while at the warehouse. They'll probably show up in some of our like interview type videos that we'll be coming out with and stuff like that. What is the best Gundam series and why is it Thunderbolt? Nice, Josh. Penelope is priced this way because of the size. It's larger than typical HG. Yeah, it's huge. You can almost buy like straight, I don't know what the right term is, but the cost is very much tied to like the weight of the plastic, basically. It'd be interesting if somebody like literally took the runners out of each box and weighed them and then cross-correlated it against the prices of the kits. They're going to work out to be, at least if you look at MSRPs, really close right there. Is the Unicorn Gundam gone? Which unicorn are you talking about, Gunpla Creator? Kshatriya is up there in price. Kshatriya is big too. Lego pieces are about 10 cents each. Yeah, there's pretty much probably a correlation there in size of the piece for the most part, in terms of cost too. Kits from different franchises might have different licensing fees and stuff that they have to pay or take into account. And that's why some series like Star Wars kits I think are pretty expensive, because they're probably got to pay Disney and Lucas their share. But you know, it's kind of silly, but my favorite kits I own are the 7-Eleven Gundam kits. That's like the one limited edition kit I really want, would be a 7-Eleven RX-78, I think. Especially after experiencing 7-Eleven in Japan. It's such an awesome thing. Get the entire 7-Eleven clear set. I would love to. I just don't I don't want to spend the money or the time searching for limited kits. All right, E17. They have 7-Eleven in Japan. We don't even have it in upstate New York. Yeah, 7-Eleven is way better in Japan. Way, way, way better. It's like an experience. You could live off of 7-Eleven in Japan. With all the food stuff they got in there. Like, I think one of the hotels I stayed at a 7-Eleven, like, connected right to the hotel lobby. It was amazing. Thanks for the sub, Terrence Rogers. 7-Eleven is huge in Japan. You can go there and pay your bills. Japan was nice, but the Lawsons were better. I don't know, but 7-Eleven has Gundam kits with that theme, so I think that right there makes 7-Eleven win. But they're all pretty cool. We're gonna cat them out for the night. Good luck to all, and have a great, safe weekend. Thanks, you too. Yeah, but Wegmans is classy. Just make my own 7-Eleven. I'll just use paint custom printed decals. It's probably a lot cheaper. Wish we had them in the KC area. From Long Island, we get crappy 7-Elevens. Everything we have here that they have there is better. LOL. I've watched multiple videos on Japanese McDonald's and stuff and how much better they are. They're pretty cool too. They're all their funny named sandwiches and stuff. Struggling to decide what to build next. What are your choices, Henry? Ooh, I'm late, but I made it. What's up, Robert? Welcome. What's everybody got for plans for the weekend? I'd kill to have Wawa here. I've never been in a Wawa. I saw those when I was down in New Jersey early last year. But I don't think I stopped in one. It's looking nice. Thanks, Robert. I was in Korea and Japan. Yeah, I got it, but I will say Cadillac is better in here. Boom booms. Thanks, Ismail Milan, for the sub. Japanese have a big culture around going to KFC for Christmas, too. That's hilarious. Shoot, we got this chat on lockdown. Doing Gundam versus Zeta Gundam speedruns. Dude, Gundam building was ruined by having to get my car battery replaced. That stinks. So safe to say, Code 19 was standing that Bandai simply doesn't have the manufacturing and distribution power to meet the domestic and global demand of Gunpla products. Yes. Yeah, I think their factory is literally maxed out right now, so they can only produce so much stuff. I don't know that like raw materials is an issue right now, but I suppose that could be a factor too. But the understanding I got from the last time I talked to my Bluefin people about that stuff was that it basically comes down to the factory being at capacity. Cooking out, got some friends coming over, got to work Monday and catch up on some work. Working by choice though. The building stopped because of my car. Way to reuse runners or a way to recycle them? Not really. They can be good raw materials for things. Some people will use them as, you can make like a paste out of them for filling seam lines and stuff. I've seen some cool models made out of just runners, some cool stands built out of runners. I guess, but there's no like, technically there's no way to recycle them. One of the strange things I'm seeing in my industry, Nick, is it's not the things being produced, it's the only things down as storage containers for them. Interesting. I don't think that's the case here, but any idea what's coming in August? Bluefin said something good is coming. I think that's the MG Eclipse was the big announcement for August that they were being all secretive about. What's up, Highway Star? How's it going? Show's 21, so I can see why tourists come to Vegas. I don't know. It wasn't all that incredible when I was there, but of course I was just there for a fight, so I didn't really partake in all that is Vegas. I want to go out for the IPMS Nationals, but I don't think I'm going to be able to justify the really high travel costs. It seems like the flights would be really expensive this year. You can recycle your runners by throwing them people you don't like. Can you though? Something else from their stream last week. I don't recall what that is. But I'm not necessarily up on the latest news. Hey guys, what's up, Nick? What's up, Project D? What's up, Corey? Hey, TJ Van Lant, what's going on? Really looking forward to painting this kit. Bandai's recycling program has some stuff where they basically burn empty runners for electricity, but they also use it for eco-plot and break them down chemically into polystyrene components. There probably is a way. Unfortunately, here in the U.S., there's they don't have like a recycling number on them, so you can't recycle them in the normal recycling. And I don't think it makes sense to ship them back to Bandai from here. That's probably a worse ecological impact than just leaving them over here and doing whatever with them. So I don't think there's any real great options for us here. I think I saw an article about how they recycle the runners in the city around the factory. Just drop them in a box like a mailbox. Yeah, they'll recycle them there. We just can't here. GameStop had Bandai blind boxes and I bought a bunch of Exceed Gundam heads. Stoked. Nice. Wish we could ship it back to Bandai for a kit in return for recycling. Yeah, that'd be great. Not gonna happen though. You guys, speaking about those judges, who makes those again? People have been asking me about getting those. I need to look into where I would get those. Zero Gravity. Okay, so that is the name of the company. Do they have a website? We all pool our old runners, and that is how we get our US life-size Gundam statue. It's a bummer. Mold breaking. Molds are expensive. I didn't realize how expensive they were. I was actually talking to somebody from a place that does injection molding, and the molds for that kind of, for like a runner, might be like $100,000 investment. Thanks for the sub, Christopher Ware. Secretary Pib, now, did I miss the giveaway? Not all of it. We gave away one kit already. We will be doing the next draw in a little bit. We draw periodically throughout the stream. If somebody wins, they win. If they don't, it continues on to the next opportunity to draw. were to create a Gundam base USA, I would think would get Freedom, but that one's already in China. I think they would do a Wing Gundam. Okay, D33 and 34. So what kit you plan on after you finish the Gustav? I don't know. That's a good question. I've got a lot of stuff I want to work on. I'm not sure what I should do next. I plan on painting this one. I want to make sure I've got stuff to keep my painting queue full. But I do have one or two assembled kits I wouldn't mind painting. So it might be a good opportunity to switch it up for one of the kits that I plan on doing just a straight build with decals and stuff. I've been sitting on the P Bandai Master Grade Gundam Wing stuff. Heavy Arms Custom, Ultron, Sandrock Custom. And so one of those might be nice to do next. Haven't built a Master Grade in a little while. HG Master to have a dueling set. I don't have an HG Master though. I expect we will likely have them in stock before the end of the year. I think Bandai should sell the object STL files to the kits they no longer want to make so we can print them ourselves, which will never happen. Just a dream. Wouldn't mind seeing a paint stream, been strongly debating on buying some paints to try hand painting. I airbrush, so I don't think I will be streaming any of my painting anytime soon. It's just a little too loud. Although I am getting more comfortable with it, so I might get to that point where I figure it out. I'm tempted to do some random unscheduled streams at some point for things like that. You know, like a Sunday afternoon or something, just popping it on, maybe not even being in the chat quite as consistently, just so I can work on stuff like painting and let people kind of see what I do. But I have no formal plans for any of that stuff yet. What brand you recommend for airbrush? I want to start. I've only used my Iwata. I have an Iwata HBCS. I think it's the Iwata Neo I've heard recommended is an inexpensive airbrush from them. But I think there's a bunch of other good options that are potentially good options for beginners. Thanks for the 10% off. Use it to order right now. No problem, Mark. Thank you for ordering. So I want Sunday sanding streams. Yeah, Artie, I'm not sure. I've thought about or firing back up my my personal Twitch channel and doing stuff on there, maybe. I don't know. It's just hard because I don't want to schedule stuff. Ooh, Gustav Karl, yes. It's a nice chunky kit. I don't want to schedule stuff because my schedule's pretty hectic sometimes. I know I'm free Saturdays, and I make that happen, but I don't need another schedule pressure in my life right now. I have my Iwata Eclipse HPCS for about 13 years. Nice, Steve. That's lasted you that whole time, so that's pretty cool. An Iwata Eclipse bottom loader. The top is good too. Let's go to Badger 105. Still used it yet. It's pretty reasonable. I was also very excited with the Alt Ison announcement. Giving some love to SRW. Cool. I want to, speaking of airbrushes, I think at some point in the near future I need to start carrying airbrushing supplies into airbrushes and stuff. Would be another cool place to branch out into. clean this last piece. Use my Iwata HPCI, having a Water Revolution that I love. Talk to Badger, they would probably love to have more stores carrying them. I think one of my suppliers has that stuff. I know I can get the Mr. Hobby airbrushes. I'm not sure about Iwata, maybe. Be cool if I could, since that's what I use. Nick, do you carry the part separator tool? I don't know its actual name. I think part separator is what they're called. We don't have any though. I need to find a part separator that I can carry. Backlog consists of Province, MG Dynamez, F91, 2.0, RE100, Gun Easy, Red HG Zaku 2. If I had to choose from those, I'd probably pick the Dynamez. I've heard it's a really good kit. Sorry, my comic got smooshed. I only have the Revolution. Thought about doing coupons for your site instead of free kits for giveaways. That would incentivize buying something more expensive and you could still make money. Just a thought. Maybe, but I think it's less enticing. I don't know why. People like winning an actual kit. Some of the kits are donated, like that HG RX78 Uniqlo color that we've got. And what was I going to say? And just the ability to have an actual name and picture of a kit, I think, performs better in a lot of cases whenever I have done things like giveaways. For some reason, people are more interested when they can win a specific thing. All right, so doesn't Godhand have a part separator? I don't know. I haven't seen one, but I should double check with them. Don't know if there's ever asked, but will there be a rewards program? There could be. Raptor, it's been asked a lot. I gotta figure out the math. Would you ever consider a Mecha Warehouse hoodie? Definitely. Maybe this fall would be a good time for that. Oh God, I'm assuming Joseph's asking about the nippers. They've got some specialized ones. The two main ones as a gunpla builder that you'd be interested in is the SPN 120 and the PN 120. The main difference being that the SPN are, I guess, finer, sharper maybe, and they do a little bit better job. They're also more expensive and more fragile. A few things to go with my Spinaccio. Use the discount code too. Thanks, Nick. Thank you, Miss Frito. I'd rep a Blue 01 hoodie for sure. Hoodies would be cool. Any other PG coming in? Not that I know of right now, Victor. I think I have some more PG Unleashed on order. Due maybe later this summer. But honestly, a lot of my deliveries seem to have just lost their ETAs last time I checked. So I don't know what's coming. Music Gun Store with a decent point program you want to look at. Yeah, maybe they can afford a lot of stuff like that because they do so much more bulk as well that they get a little bit better pricing, I assume, on a lot of their stuff. But it's something I'll look into eventually. I just don't have a ton of time for it right now. So we'll call it 125. We got 2 prizes left. We've got let's see. Got, let's say, 3 draws left. Okay, so let's throw a number in the chat again. Get the metal pin for the Godhand nippers. The plastic stopper always falls out. What metal pin? I've always had. It's always been metal. Just wondered, having a hobby like this, considered as having a little OCD personality. I'm not severe, but I I think I have some aspects. Probably I'll do. Okay, so we're going to throw a number in chat. Sorry, I got distracted. Now people are putting numbers up. You guys are going to want to wait. Number is going to be between 1 and 750 this time. Between 1 and 750. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number, even if somebody else takes the same number. And I'm only shipping to US addresses. If you're not in the US, you're more than welcome to enter, but if you win, you're going to need a friend in the US or something to ship it to, I guess. Godhand PN 125 for starting cuts, and Disbay 3.0 for final cuts. Will you try a live build of the Flame Toy Shattered Glass Drift? I'm not super interested in that one, Mesafredo. I did the G3, or not G, the G1. What am I thinking about here? G1 Optimus last year. I maybe could be convinced it's not high on my priority list with everything else I've got in my backlog, but who knows? Okay, runner B. B1 16. Kind of like, oh, time to throw numbers in. Now's my chance to actually build something. Maybe do something for the top 5 spenders this year. I thought about doing like little trophies, like the like soccer trophies or something for youth sports. But I think it might discourage people when they realize how much they've spent. Ultimate Nipper 5.0 have a plastic stopper. I was wondering what version has the metal stopper. What plastic stopper are you talking about? There's no plastic. I mean, unless these are older. Is the stopper the part in between here? That's metal. It's a little set screw. And a nut, I think. There's a pin up here. I wonder if that's a new thing or if that's an old thing. I'll have to look at the ones we got in the shop and see if it's different. I know there's been a period of people getting knockoff 5.0s. Where can I find the podcast you're on? I can't find it. I think if you search Anime Summit podcast, I know they're on YouTube. I don't know if that clip is on YouTube. I think they're on like Stitcher or like Apple Podcast. One of those podcast platforms, I think, is where the actual podcast is located. I haven't gone and listened to it because obviously I was there, but I just point that you would get a gift compared to getting nothing like everywhere else. I think people would just become aware of how much they've spent, and that might be painful. Got a Spotify there. Spotify, there you go. If anyone has the link and wants to drop it in the chat, you are more than welcome to. I think Sam was actually here last week on the stream. I know how much I spend with you alone. So does Raptor. Should sell a little bundle with the sanding sponges you use. That would be kind of cool. All right, I should do these draws. We got 2 prizes left. Switch one between 1 and 750 this time. Our first number for the HG Death Army, 639. And our second number is 564 for the HG RX-78 Uniqlo colors. There's a Spotify link for the podcast. Just an add up what I spent and Loki surprised and started this hobby 6 months ago. So if anybody won one of those, let me know. I'll verify, and then we will draw for any prizes that haven't been won again in a little bit. Every time I say I won't spend, I want a ding and dent. Zodiac at 639. Let's double check that. Oh, I see it. So Zodiac Gunpla with 639. So looks like we have a winner for the Death Army. Congratulations, Zodiac Gunpla. You can send me an email, nick@mechawarehouse.com, or a DM with your info, and we will send that out this week. Tomorrow's my birthday. Nice. Happy birthday, Zodiac Gunpla. So we got 1 prize left, and excitingly, it is the big one. So we will be drawing again in a little bit, and we'll see if somebody can win that that limited edition kit before the end of the night. Okay, I need D4 and PC6. Everybody have a great night and great 4th. Gotta go. See you later, Werebear. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, I want a poster for my birthday from Nick. It's always good. The Death Army is a fun little HG. It looks like it. I've seen some cool builds on that. Kind of a neat design. I am looking forward to painting this kit. let's see. Someone got the Uniqlo RX-78. Not yet, Miss Alfredo. Shades, your stream might be a little behind. You might want to double check. But when the RX-78, I would totally trade it for the Sandrock Minion. Forgot the names. The Maganac. Maganacs are cool kids. I've built one or two. B1, 15. One or two. That's one way to put it. Exactly. All right. Right, arm's coming along. Kind of want to build an army of Leos, but I don't have the space in a one-bedroom apartment. Somebody could do it with his eyes closed. Yeah, just that one time. P-Ben, I should do a Bagnac Nick Savory custom. That'd be great. Galgoogs are the best grunt suits. I don't know. I might have to fight you on that one. All right, E15. B2, 7. Seraphim Restore is awesome. Worked on other kits recently, especially checking those two other kits I've worked on most recently. I am just finished up water slides on my real grade full armor unicorn. Be top coating that probably maybe this weekend, maybe next week, I'm not sure. Depends on when time allows. And then I've been painting a 30-minute missions Alto ground type that I built and did a kit bash with. And I'm mid-progress on that. The most recent one I completed though was an SD Zeta, like a month ago or something. For some reason, everything seems to look good. New colors, I might have identified a personal bias. Bedwary, I think you might be behind on the video. You might want to hit that little button to get caught back up if you want to be good for the giveaway. You just did it. Pretty sick. I finished my first kit last night. Nice specialty chicken. Which one did you just finish? That's how I feel about G3 colors. Love that gray periwinkle. There's definitely certain color schemes that are just classic, and those colors look pretty cool on just about anything. Congratulations, welcome to the hobby. You'll be broke soon. That also sounds about right. It's a fascination with Moon Gundam. I think it's ugly and bland. From a kit perspective, the kit is incredible from what I hear, because the level of detail, articulation, all that stuff far surpasses what you'd expect in a high grade. So if you ignore the design itself, some people are obviously big fans of the design. But if you think about it purely from, I guess, a mechanics perspective, that's a big part of it. All right, let's get that other hand. Have you used Citadel for painting? I have not. LP decals from Moon are excellent. And they're really inexpensive decals too. It's a small little sheet. There's a Ground War Zaku set. That's pretty cool, Barry. Okay. D26, that's one I cut out accidentally before. D23. Be this one. Mecha color for hand painting a lot. Nice. Vallejo Mecha color is what I use for spraying. Few of these hobbies that there are so many kits. Some are ugly, some are beautiful, and others are meh. And every person's interpretation of which kits fall in which category is going to be different too. Which is also kind of cool. Having fun with SD Wing Gundam kit, painted and installed LEDs. Next project, SD Power Toast Dark Scheme. Oh, cool. There's a lot of room in the head to do like LEDs in an SD. That'd be pretty cool. I have a little problem with nub marks. I'm not totally sure what to do about them either. Henry, what do you do for trying to remove them? There's definitely some techniques that help. Excuse me. Ultimately, the best way to deal with them, though, is just painting the kit if you really want them to disappear. But you can minimize them a lot with the right, by doing it the right way. example of Eye of the Beholder. Exactly. Thinking which is good for hand painting. I see some paint with Citadel. I've seen people do Citadel. Mecha color's been used before. There's a ton of options out there. Why do people hate unicorn kits? I think partially because it's been done so many times. My girlfriend wants to know, what does everyone think of the RG crossbow? It's her first RG and we just got it, so she is worried. I think it's a well-reviewed kit. Nick, what suit has the coolest melee weapon? That's a good question. I'm somewhat partial to like the beam scythe, like the Death Scythe has, or the show tails from Sandrock. Those are both pretty cool. But I think the scythe would be the way I'd go if I had to choose one. First kit was the HG Destroy, Mode Unicorn. Oh god, the head is so tiny, I looked at the runner. Yeah, I think the real grade, because the Crossbones is such a small suit, has really tiny parts. I think that's the only thing to really be concerned about on that build. Or at least the main thing. Like a regular Goof and Ifrit Heat Sabers. Those are pretty cool. As Nick discussed his plan on Gustav Karl, I don't want to be repetitive in questions. I plan on painting at XP Loyalist probably some sort of like green and brown or brown and tan or something like that. Some sort of color scheme along those lines. I haven't decided what the colors will be yet exactly, but that's the game plan. The kits that are busy are definitely AOZ kits. AOZ are interesting designs. I'm surprised by the Gustav Karl performance in Hathaway. Carla Nick chose these really industrial colors of the Gustav Karl, where the ones in Gurren's Green Hathaway are bright blue. I haven't seen Hathaway yet, so that one hasn't been able to influence me yet. But I'm kind of drawn to some darker colors for something big and chunky like this. Yeah, and watch the spoilers for Hathaway. I don't know that talking about beam effects spoils Hathaway, but do be careful what you're talking about, because a lot of us haven't seen it yet, including myself. Alright, we've got 2 arms. Let's figure out our next draw, second to last draw here. Okay, we got 2 draws left, 1 prize. Let's put a number in the chat this time between 1 and let's do 1 and 300, since we do have a Uniqlo color left. So number in the chat between 1 and 300. Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number, even if somebody else posts the exact same number. We will deconflict that with a coin toss or whatever is necessary, and we will only be shipping US addresses, as is the standard. And looks like next up is the feet. Feet and legs look pretty chunky here. Okay. To check this. I legitimately think, yeah. Well, I guess the barrel's not on there. So maybe with the barrel it's different, but the foot's probably about as long as the rifle. Favorite part of Hathaway is when Luke Skywalker battled the unicorn. Or was that a weird fever dream? I thought he rode the unicorn to glory in his fight against Lord Voldemort. And Hathaway is a Gundam? Could be. It's hard to tell these days. PC3. Will the Mega RX-78-2 ever come back in stock? I'm sure it will. It just might not be. It most likely will not be until sometime next year. Hathaway's no arc like in the Bible. Maybe. Is this an actual unicorn or unicorn Gundam? No, an actual unicorn. Clearly. They play a big part in the Gundam universe. Okay. Or maybe he's riding an actual unicorn in the Unicorn Gundam. Okay, we're calling time. Washington 079. I love the fact that Spacenoids weren't born with weather issues. Finding to have Xeon's naked lightning was a Federation weapon. After watching Hathaway, I still don't like the Penelope RG. Alright. So between 1 and 300 was the range. We just called time. This is for the high grade RX-78 Uniqlo colors. 278. Looks like there's no winner. So we will do one more draw at the end of the stream, I think. Remember the tinfoil unicorn armor was on his desk that confirmed the viewer's suspicion he was a new time. I do not recall that. I'm sorry for starting this. All right, subject change. Build kits. I'm slowly working on watching my way through the old Gundam series. I'll get to Hathaway in like 4 years. I haven't had time to watch any Gundam stuff other than the Build Fighters, Build Divers stuff I'm watching with the family right now. There's a bunch of like UC stuff I need to catch up on. I still haven't watched Seed or Double O. Just pre-ordered the HG Nightingale. We're going to have our pre-orders up probably this coming week. We just got our confirmations on Nightingale. We actually got our quantities that they're giving us reduced on a few pre-orders, which is the first time they've done that. And I'm not sure if that's because we're ordering more or if because the system's broken, but we'll figure that out this week, I guess. It went in a weird direction with the MMO universe. I would have preferred the first 2 seasons of it. Build Divers. Yeah, I haven't been a super big fan of Build Divers. It's an interesting concept, but I feel like the story is not super cohesive, and you kind of lose all credibility for it being like a big deal. Like, it's a video game. If your character dies, you just respawn. So, like, what of it? You get there'll be decals for Cheever's Penelope soon. I think there might be. I forget if we have those on the incoming order. They're up. What's coming in for next week is on the Discord. Although our shipment was marked as delivered yesterday and definitely was not delivered. So. Hopefully they're not lost and we don't have to wait for more or whatever. Build Divers Re-Rise actually has stakes. Oh, nice. Maybe they fixed that then. Is there going to be a remake of the original show? Who knows? Vegeta, AV, Nick, how do you join the Discord? I may have missed it in previous streams. But I think you get an invite after purchase. Yeah, exactly. After your first purchase, you should have gotten an email with an invite link. If for some reason you did not get an invite link with that first purchase or misplaced it or something, you can just send me an email or a DM. I might ask you a question or two to figure out who you are, but then I can send you an invite link. Jack, if you get a hold of any more Zoids, I know where my money's going. We'll be trying to. Hey Nick, how are you doing? I'm late again. What's up, Mark? Okay, C102, 5. See if I can get these feet done tonight. There definitely will be a bunch of new pre-orders, though. We just got our confirmations for the July, August, and September shipments. So July, August, and September releases will be up for pre-order. Didn't get an invite to Discord, but I did get notification about streaming stuff. If you want an invite, just send me a message and I will gladly help you out. And I need B1 and 2. Number 4. A bunch of cool stuff up for on the pre-order. So what was the winning number? The winning number for the Death Army was 639. 278 was the most recent number for the Uniqlo, but no one won it. So we will be drawing for that again. And I don't know, about 15 minutes right before the stream ends. I like the concept. If you build it and it gets destroyed, it's game over. Like tabletop gaming mistakes. Speaking of tabletop gaming, Bandai should honestly make a tabletop version with 1144. There is someone published a rule set basically using 1144 scale Gunpla for a tabletop game. Maybe somebody here has played it before. Hey Nick, if I get another kit and combine it with my giveaway Magnac, how will your shipping be handled? It depends on what you get, I suppose. Feel free to DM me that question and maybe let me know what you're thinking about getting and I can figure that out for you. If you ordered something, I would probably throw it on there with the order, but I might be able to discount your shipping a little bit since I'm sending the kit for free anyway. But we can chat about that. Yo, I finally made it. Hey, I'm Gerald Hobby Stuff. Just in time for the last 15 minutes of the stream or so. Play the game, it's called Gundam Skirmish. There you go. How is it, Steve? Thanks, XP Loyalist and Nick. I just emailed you for the Discord with my previous order numbers. Cool, Vegeta AV. I will get back to you either tonight or tomorrow sometime. You heard about the new Gundam arcade game? I haven't, Robert. That sounds cool. I wonder if I could buy a cabinet for it and put it in the warehouse. Imagine rules like OG Pokemon cards where you wager a kit. A coworker who paints Warhammer figures once told me he used a 144 kit for one of the units. It's pretty cool. Is it actually worth it? I'm a playtester for a certain tabletop game. NDA can't say, and the rules look not polished. I have no idea. I mean, it's like a, you know, it's not an effort done by a company it's just by, you know, a person or a group or something. So I imagine it's probably not as polished as some of these companies that have games, tabletop games and stuff. Play the hell out of a 144 tabletop for Gundam. That'd be cool. I don't know, maybe I'll have to get some of the local people to come to the warehouse some night and we'll have to try playing one of the rule sets. How about a Gundam Go game where you run around looking for other mobile suits to battle? That'd be pretty cool. It's only available in Japan, sadly. That's a mere inconvenience. A game called Mecha Top where you can use different scale mecha. I wonder how that compares. Spot Battletech, so I'm hoping that scratches a Gundam game itch. Tabletop game call up the Mecha Top referenced again. Thank you for the discount code. Made my first purchase just now. Thanks, thank you, Andrew. Been a while since I played any tabletop stuff. I played Warhammer a little bit in high school, but been out of it since then. Any word on more Vallejo paint coming in? Well, we got our big restock of Vallejo paint last week. I don't know when the rest of the stuff would be coming in. Presumably not for at least a few weeks, but I don't know what the shipment schedule is. We got most of the Vallejo stuff in stock right now. And Gunpla pricey, but geez, Warhammer gets up there. Warhammer definitely was really pricey. Called Giant Killer Robots from Widow Workshop. This is a legit mecha beatdown game, fully painted mechs and all. Interesting. Grabbed my PS3 recently and have been jamming on Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn. You could definitely homebrew a D&D world with Gunpla. Oh, you totally could. Any of the Vallejo Mecha full sets expected. I've got them on order, but I don't know when they're going to show up. They've been on order for a while. I never really got into D&D. I never played D&D. I did play in college. We had a group for like a year. We were playing Exalted, which is a really cool pen and paper type game like D&D. I thought it was a lot cooler, actually. I thought the rules were better. Maybe if you get the Vallejo paint set again, same question. An RPG where there actually exists Mecha, made by the same guy who made Cyberpunk 2020. I'm in a D&D live stream on Twitch. It's come a long way. I mean, it's kind of cool. I really liked Exalted because it put a strong emphasis on like the storytelling aspect and like the imagery. So you got rewarded for like coming up with cool descriptions for what was going on. It wasn't just like, oh, I attack with my sword. You know, you could describe the action and potentially get like an extra die awarded for your roll if it was cool and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that when we played that game. I'm gonna try watching Build Divers or try. I need a break from UC and all the death. I definitely liked Try. Build Divers were, I think, like 17 episodes in maybe, and it's gotten a little bit better halfway through, but I'm still not really digging Build Divers. Try's a hard watch. I don't agree. I like Try. What grit sanding pads are those? They range from about 400 for the fine, which is arguably not necessary, up to I think maybe 1500. Okay, 2 more parts for the feet. Build Fighters, less like super moves. I mean, I think I liked the original Build Fighters better than Try, but the Try was still cool. Any chance of getting Gurren Lagann kits in? What's Gurren Lagann? I feel like I'm missing something. Trigger Show. It's another mecha-based anime. I don't know if they make kits for it or not, so I couldn't tell you what the chances are. Everything with Bandai right now is basically limited on them producing kits for the thing and being able to even get any sort of quantity of them. I thought it was amazing they do make kits for it. So there's a chance I get kits that just depends on production cycles and stuff. Nick, what was the Dachshund kit you got in this week? That's Machine and Krieger. Mecha. I forget the full story. I think it's basically like a alternative reality thing. I don't think it was actually a series so much as just a universe that someone created, but I could be wrong. I don't think there's like a show you go watch. Finish this piece. I'm going to put out one more number range and we'll see if we can win somebody that that high grade ARC 78 Uniqlo colors. What's up, Heavenly Gamer? Kao Yokohama. There's a small movie at one point. Oh, okay. Maybe there was something created from it. Created a lot of original models from Kit Bash and other model kits. I just know Mecha has its own kind of interesting design aesthetic that I think is why people are kind of interested in it. A series in a magazine in the 80s. There you go. Sounds like people are doing the fireworks thing outside here. Does man ever draw for winners? I've drawn 3 times now, Zachary. Eureka 7 restock, no clue. Probably not this year. I don't think anywhere on the reprint list. Okay, so let's do this final draw. We still got one kit left. High grade ARC 78 Uniqlo colors. We have about 110 people here, so let's draw a number between 1 and 110 this time. 1 and 110. Please, only one number per person. Do not change your number or delete your number, even if somebody else posts the same number. If we get a draw, which is very likely on this last time here, we will flip the coin and figure out who our winner is that way. And I think somebody asked me about the MG Eclipse. You're going to try and get the new Gundam Seed MG Eclipse when it comes out in August. That kit looks sexy. So we are getting that kit in. We did the pre-orders already for it. We did it as a lottery in the Discord because we were very limited in how many they would send us. What's the number? The number range is 1 to 110. Thank you, Patrick Larson, for the sub. People picked 56, I'm dead. We'll just tie break it if the number comes up as 56. This thing's standing on his feet. Huge feet for this thing. I got Danny 156 too. Nice. Call time here in a minute. these. No, I don't want that. I want my random number generator. Okay, time is posted. I'm gonna hit this number 88. Do we have an 88? Oh man, it looks like no 88. I'm gonna draw one more number against the same range. If nobody takes it on this real quick draw here, so no new numbers. I'm gonna re-roll once. If nobody takes it, then we'll roll it over to the next stream. 21 on the re-roll. Cody. Looks like Cody Koyujian, if I pronounced that right, is our winner for the limited edition kit. Awesome. Congratulations, Cody Koyujian. Awesome. So we gave that away. Congratulations. I think that's basically where we're going to end the stream tonight. Thank you, everybody who stopped by and hung out tonight with us. Really appreciate it. We just so you know, if you place an order, we will be closed on Monday. Nothing's going to go out. UPS and post office are both closed, so we'll be closed as well. So don't try to come by for a local pickup on Monday. We most likely will actually be closed on Friday this week as well. Coming up, both the minions won't be around, so I figured it was a good time for some family time over the weekend. And as such, there's a really good chance we won't be streaming next Saturday. So we'll hopefully see you 2 weeks from today, streaming on Saturday, 2 weeks from tonight at 8:30, the usual time. We'll probably have another one of those limited kits up for that giveaway and some other good stuff. So, keep your eye out just in case plans change, but most likely we'll see you in 2 weeks. And I think, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Complete University might be streaming tonight, starting around now, so you might check that out afterwards as well. So, thank you all for watching. See you guys in probably 2 weeks. Hope you have a great time in between. Have a great 4th, a safe 4th. And good night all. See you all